Now we discuss about prevention of physiological problems occurring at depth and on ascent. Following preventive measures they are required. First, that is use of breathing apparatus. Two varieties of apparatus are available. Either the apparatus delivers gas to the subject and absorbs carbon dioxide, and this type of apparatus is known as closed circuit apparatus. Whereas second variety, that is open circuit apparatus. Here, this apparatus releases gas into the surrounding. Here we will discuss about open circuit apparatus. You can see here the name is scuba diving, that is self-contained underwater breathing apparatus diving. This is scuba apparatus, full form, that is self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. It is a breathing apparatus which is carried by the diver under the water. It has a cylinder, you can see here, and valve system. The cylinder contains compressed air which is connected through a tube to the mask. You can see here. It is a compact arrangement and therefore it is used to carry compressed air. As the air is compressed in the cylinder, more air can be carried out in less volume. The cylinder containing compressed air is connected through a mask and tube. Appropriate amount of compressed air is delivered to the diver through the valve. You can see here there is a valve which is also known as demand valve. There are two valves. One is reducing valve for reducing very high pressure from tank to lower pressure level, and second is demand valve which pulls air into the lungs with negative pressure breathing. Now expired air is released into the surrounding water. Now how the system works. Reducing valve reduces the pressure from the tank. You can see here this is reducing valve, or it is also known as first stage valve. With each inspiration, slight extra negative pressure in the demand valve is created that pulls the diaphragm of the valve open and releases air from tank into the mask here, and which is breathed by the individual. Thus only the amount of air which is required by the individual enters inside the mask, and expired air cannot enter into the mask, but it is released into the surrounding water. Now, which are the limitations of scuba diving? With the scuba diving apparatus, one can stay beneath the sea for limited amount of time because large amount of airflow from the tank is required to wash carbon dioxide out of the lungs. Second limitation is at the greater depth, the greater airflow in terms of quality of air per minute is required because the volume have been compressed to small size as we go deep. Second, that is use of breathing mixture which contains helium and low oxygen. What are the advantages of this mixture? First advantage is it prevents oxygen toxicity, and second, helium, because helium has lower density and molecules are smaller than nitrogen, so it can be easily breathed. Helium can diffuse faster and it is easy to eliminate from the body, and less amount of helium is trapped under high atmospheric pressure because of less solubility. Helium also has less toxic effect than nitrogen. It has 1/5 narcotic effects. Now, when this mixture is given at high atmospheric pressure, it can produce high pressure nervous syndrome. This is high pressure nervous syndrome, which is characterized by tremors, drowsiness or loss of sleep, and depression of alpha activity of EEG. The cause of which is not known. It may be because gases like nitrogen, xenon, krypton, argon, neon, helium, etc. they act like anesthetic agent at high pressure, and anesthetic effects are due to their action on the cell membrane of the neuron. Third preventive measure, that is slow ascent or we can use decompression tank. The person is allowed to ascend slowly with short stay at regular ascent. And because of that, small amount of bubbles are formed, and these bubbles can be easily eliminated with ascent. So, we can prevent the decompression sickness. For that purpose, person is placed in decompression tank. You can see in this picture. The person is placed in the pressurized tank and the pressure is reduced gradually to the atmospheric pressure. Now, what are the criteria for slow ascent or decompression tank? No decompression is required for 30 minutes dive at a depth of 30 meters. Second, 3 hours decompression is required for 60 minutes dive at a depth of 60 meters and 20 minutes dive at a depth of 100 meters. So this is all about prevention of physiological problems occurring at depth and on ascent. Thank you.